Oh yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Let me get my group trading room.
Okay. Let's see. Check our volume. Say something, Desi?
Yo.
Very good. Alright, let me set up. We got Jerome Powell coming in hot today. Who's excited about Jerome Powell?
Jay Powell.
Alright. Hopefully the bot is set up good this time. I checked a lot of things with it. If not, we're gonna fire this bot. No more giveaways. Desi sound a little bit loud. Okay, I'm gonna turn him down a little bit.
Huh?
Wait, check. Speak on your normal volume you're gonna do in the stream. Let me check your volume.
I'm gonna talk like this.
Alright, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. I think it's high. Unless mine is down. Oh, I think I'm good. Okay. So what are we looking at, chat? I think we're just consolidating for Jerome Powell, FOMC coming in. Always if he's gonna cut rates or not. Good time to really sit back and then let things play out, right? This is not always pushing. But we cooked up yesterday. We cooked up the day 4. Let's see what we can do. What is it? Wednesday right now? We're green right now, and all trades are given. So that case with us not taking trades no more, we actually beat the case.
Beating the kid.
we beat the allegations here. Dude, why is this always doing this? This is annoying me now. I only want it on the 1 minute. Why does it keep on showing elsewhere? Let me fix this zero shit chat. Since you guys like this, I want to put this on my screen. Save. And this is not even saved yet either. What the heck? I'm about to remove this indicator. Tell me I'm good. So we're looking like, oh wow. I wasn't really looking at charts today, but we pumped up right at Asia Open, and then we just took out NQ lows there. Holy crap! I was shorting a little bit here. Just didn't hold through all this. But god damn, that was
it was a crazy morning.
I don't remember what happened. It was like
a crazy 15 minutes today. That's it. Everything else ass.
Oh, that's why I have like lot of. Let me fix this. There we go. Come on, please tell me this is good now. You are tripping here. I'm just gonna freaking delete this. This is bothering me. All right, let's see we're on live. How's chat doing today? Type, say you're green or red. We might make a poll and see. Live for FOMC. No trades before FOMC. I'm open to trades as long as it's like decent risk. Yeah. I think we took trades before. I think last FOMC. Did we have one last month? I think they skipped it last month, right?
Yeah, that was 2 months ago.
Yeah, I think the last FOMC we did, we actually took a trade and it was doing well. But yeah, we're gonna follow the smart model, baby. Smart model make money. we played smart model yesterday on ES, made quite a lot of money. It's undefeated. I usually don't touch AM during the FOMC days. That's what I hear from many people too. Okay, I'm gonna just test the giveaway bot, but I don't think we're gonna do the giveaway yet. Because I don't know if this is working yet. Yo, what? Oh, it's working. Okay, what the heck?
Giveaway bot is working.
See, I don't even know how this works. Like, I never had this on. Every streamer has it. Like, it just pumps up. Like, it could be their links or giveaways, anything. But yeah, let's say that for more people to come on. Like the stream, we'll do some giveaways, guys. FOMC, we have, it's a new month. We usually buy a lot of accounts from prop firms to give away. We have a fresh load. We got a whole lot stored. Not like Apex giveaways though. Apex are cheap accounts. We're talking about big boy accounts. Fresh load, baby. Where do you live? What state? We live in Florida. Hopefully this is a latency question, not a stalker question. Yo, why is people spit? I need to change this off. People, I didn't know you could. Other people can type it too. Holy crap! Oh, permission to everyone? No, that's what the problem was. I had permission to everyone. So there's like people typing giveaway and it's like spamming the bot. Let's see. Well, we'll do it when we get some likes in. Get some likes. We'll do a giveaway. I don't want to do it all at once anymore. Let's spread them out. If we get 250 likes right now, we'll do the giveaway right here. Less people. So what are we looking at? I'm looking at a 15-minute chart. Every 15-minute fair value has been holding, so I can't really say this is gonna flip yet until I see it happen. Which ES is creeping up. We might actually flip the first one. Next closure in 10 minutes here. What's your game plan for FC? I think DHESI has some accounts to full send. I'm gonna see if I want to just send some Apex. I don't really need more Apex, but I do have some renewing, and I always get scared doing on live because whatever happens. Let's see. DHESI, are you doing the stop orders or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop first.
That's the way. That's the only way, baby.
I was thinking about sending 5 accounts one way, 5 accounts the other way for evals, because I have 250Ks. They're harder to pass, but I'll just stop orders and see.
I'm debating open accounts with Funded Next. I heard they are not doing a profit split, but their website is wrong. Oh, okay. I think there's some clarification on that too. It's what most firms do. It's like you get 100% split up to a certain amount. So it's like I think it's like 10,000 or 15,000, and then it goes 90-10. That's what they meant, which is like still not bad. That's like standard. How far away is the stop orders? I like to do it generally like about 20-25 points, or where the structure breaks. Let's say like here, like if we have Asia lows, we can play that. What's good, Tyler? But yeah, if you sign up with our link for what is it called, Funded Next, we got the rebates unlocked with them. Profit split on fake money. I mean, one, it's to simulate the live account, because the live account also is supposed to take the profit split. If you guys think about the traditional prop firms, they usually give you 60% of the profits you make. They take like 40% or even higher. So 90 is still very generous. And everything's to simulate the live account, basically. Simulate live accounts. You think of a commission, like this is sim accounts, you don't need commissions, but they still charge it anyways. So not much to really complain about, you know. Yo, we got some news though, guys. I think Tuesday I might put up the stonk cam.
No way.
Yeah. Yep. You guys ready for that? I just said it. I bought this camera. This is planned for like I think 9-8 months already. It's just been in my box. I haven't set it up yet, but if it works, we're gonna set up for Tuesday. And that'd be the same day I think that Brett would be doing the dual stream with me. I think we're gonna try to do it a full day stream or like AM PM. So me and Brett is gonna run it AM and then PM. You know, we'll do the usual. You guys ready for that? Face reveal. My face is out there, you know. It's caught on Tanya's vlog too, and I posted myself already. Damn, that's crazy. Look what Brian just said with the what's that, ostrich profile? He has my name. But yeah, next week Tuesday, we're gonna try to run the face cam stream. We got Brett on, Trade Fox EO. You know, he loves to stream too. We try to get you guys a discount too, exclusive discount, baby. Were you on that cruise with JCat? They have a cruise, like recently or when? Shit, I'm always down for a cruise. Lance was the one now wanting a cruise.
I think if we did anything but a cruise, we'd already linked up. I think cruise is like, bruh.
I think it's fire. It's very easy too, because you don't have to plan much, and like everything's there, and you can just do whatever. Yeah. ES is about to flip this 15-minute gap here.
Yeah, honestly, bro, we might run all the way back up to like that high from yesterday that we got from the initial move up, right at open. 6 p.m. Eastern yesterday.
I think you need to take a step back from your mic. I think you're like deep in there. Are you
Bro,
how
I'm
close are
like,
you?
I'm like, my mic is so far, bro.
Because it goes high and then low, high, and then I'm like, damn, it's like on my ear, then it's quiet. Cruise with Starlink. Dude, Starlink is like, I think like 2 download speed. Like, I'll be stuck in a trade. I'll be like, can I TP? Well, I didn't try to trade. I just tried to log a trading day. Like, I think on my Apex. And it was like very, very difficult. Imagine that. Imagine you leave an order and all your accounts blown. You're like, you're just in vacation. And you're like, damn, I think I just blew up a few 100,000 right there. So yeah, I see this bearish breaker here. I'm not too confident in much direction because we did take out these lows already. This is kind of like the Asia low that I was really reaching for. I don't mind if this flips. It's just such a large gap. I don't know where this came from. Was this Trump? I think I heard something was Trump. Like, I always look at Discord and someone's always like, "Whoa, what the heck is that candle?" And there's like 5, 10 other people saying that. And this is probably the candle. Are you still in high school? That's what I'm saying. 14-year-old young baby. How many likes we got, guys? 250. Let me know when we hit 250. We'll do the first giveaway. Then let me know when we hit 500. We'll do the second giveaway. Keep it running like that. This is the first presented fair value gap. Do you guys like upside or downside right now? I think we're trying to flip this up. You are 14 years old. I am making 6 figures per month as a 14-year-old from strictly from trading. That's just how it is.
Only 6 figures. Okay.
Only 6. I need to step it up. Once I'm 15, I'll be 7 figures. And I've been trading for 5 years, guys. So do the quick math there. I'm like 5 years plus right now. It started back in COVID. It's 2025. COVID is 2020 flat. It's like in March. So like we're like 5 years and 2 months in. So pretty easy math, right? 5 years doesn't feel like that much anymore. I feel like once you're like 2 years, 3 years in, you're already locked in. But every year, just like it just business as usual. I feel like 8 years, 10 years is gonna pass by pretty fast. What do you think? Do you feel like you've been trading 5 years?
Do I feel like what?
Do you feel like you've been trading for 5 years?
No, dude. That's crazy. Like, it's been like 4 years for me. It's blown by so fast.
I feel like it did. Like we put a lot of hours, but I feel like 5 years. Like imagine, like there's people that says like they're trading for decades, like Jade Cap, Kane, everyone like that. I feel like we're gonna hit a decade. Like
They
before we
probably
know
all
it.
feel the same way though. Like they don't probably feel like they've been trading for that long, but
Yeah. And that would make me feel so old. Like when I hit the decade mark, I'd be like, I've been trading for 10 years. That's like a big portion of my life.
mm-hmm.
Where are you in Tiny's vlogs? I'm the thumbnail. I'm the little 14-year-old. The only one that looks like a little kid still. Yeah, I think this is moving higher right now. I don't know what we could play. What is this? Why do I have so... I'm so tripped out with this. Why is it always doing this to me? Dude, I think I need to delete this indicator. It's like it keeps on showing up on charts I don't want it to show up. I have no idea why it's doing that. How many monitors? I got 2 monitors right now, but I did purchase many monitors just in my closet. I just haven't set up. I mean, does having more monitors make you more money? Because I have the same 2 monitors that I've been using since, like, I guess my college
Or gonna
days.
lose more money too.
It's like these are like $180, $190, 2 monitors, and I bought like $600 monitors each. Just haven't set it up yet. So maybe when I set it up, it's gonna be like game changer. I'll be like, whoa, I'm trading so good now. See, Mushy Mush said, bro might actually be 14. Just saw the thumbnail. Chad, is that true? What's your color code for the blue candle? I think I shared it in the Discord. If you look at the Discord, the general chat, everything should be pinned. Yeah, so FOMC at 2, and then 2:30 is when Powell starts speaking, right? Is that the gist of it? What time frame are you looking at? We're at 5 minutes right now. I think this is where 15 minutes. I'm trying to bounce back and forth from. It's just a large gap, so I think this still grinds up. We just got a 15-minute closure on ES. NQ hasn't yet, but this does look like we're gonna really try to climb back up here. I don't know. It's so weird here. Like, we have all these shit, not here. All these highs that once we just took the highs, it just sent off. But just look at all these internal highs here. Can we trade Apex after 245? You can trade Apex whenever, even the news if you want. They allow it. All right, chat. I need to know chat bias here. Right now, from here to the next 15 minutes, next 30 minutes here, bullish or bearish? Going with chat bias. It's undefeated, is what I'm hearing.
Chat bias OP.
I think up overall, lean up to FOMC, but or consolidate here. You look how you sound. That's what I'm saying. Can you trade TPT during news? Yes, I think most evals, they have no restrictions. For sure, TPT you can. If you want to send it on news, go for it. This is like a big divergence. Like, tech is just selling off for now. And I wish I had NQ swing shorts again. I was looking to re-enter on it above like 22,000 or 20,000. Dude, that short from Friday, I think I had it like literally high of the week, 2260 something. And I sold for 250 points. Shit, shit ran 500 on Tuesday. Yes, today.
Oh,
holy
yeah.
crap. And I felt good too. I'm like, I'm just gonna take profit here on Asia. Like, I didn't even let New York happen yet. New York sold off pretty hard. But, you know, Robinhood, baby. I have a lot of cash on Robinhood just sitting there, just waiting for a trade. It is giving you interest. It's like, I think I get like $50 per day. How much is that? Let me just try to calculate it. So it's like, I just have 550 right now on the Robinhood. I have money elsewhere, but this is like mainly prop payouts just getting rolled over and me growing the account too. I think is it 4% right now interest? I feel like it lowered it, but this is per year. You do it per month, and then you do it per day. I mean, I'm getting $61 interest per day when I'm not taking a trade. That's actually low-key pretty good. Because TradeBait doesn't do that. You know, I have cash on TradeBait too, and I don't Sometimes I'm not in a trade. Money just sits there. But this is like turning. This is PM session highs and lows that I have marked out right now. Do you have to pay monthly? I think so. You have to get Robinhood Gold, and what it costs is like $5 per month. So that's like dirt nothing. I'm pretty sure it's $5 per month.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. I honestly don't mind the freaking, what is it, 34K margin, because I already have plans of just using it for options, shares, futures even when it's necessary. And I wasn't gonna full size anyways. This is like my port that I'm just like growing for fun. Turn on the candle closes. I kind of look at it here. Wait, how do I do that again? Countdown to. Is this it? Oh, okay. It's not bad, I guess. No, I'll have that on. If you guys like it, we'll have it on. It's shooting for lower now, very aggressive. It was grinding up and then just slams down. Yeah, I'm just flipping through charts because now we're just seeing this 15-minute gap here. ES already flipped it, so you ideally, if you're bullish, you want to see this hold. But honestly, I think we just sit around this range, so we're going to go back and forth. But if it does come back up, I probably just see it move back down like this and just keeps on chopping back toward. We'll see if we get a scalp. We have 200 likes, 50 more likes, and we'll do the giveaway, boys. This is it. Get it early. Giveaway of your choice. So you can pick My Fund Futures, you can pick Tradeify, you can pick Fund Index, you can pick Take Profit. Those are like the most popular choice. No one picks Apex because like it's like $20.
Brian, if this goes inversion on ES, I might take this.
On the upside. Can you explain how you identify breakers? I have a video on it. I think you would better to watch the video. It's like 50 minutes daily trading video, and it will teach you basically everything that I do all at once. So like all the questions that you would be asking, like BPRs, inversions, breakers, unicorn, everything. So DHESI is liking this to invert. I mean, this is bullish on
like
ESO.
I like this. I'm gonna enter here.
So this inverted here.
56 on my first TP and then 67.
This is what DHESI's going for.
My first TP is 56, so that's my target.
Good pump though, but let's see. I just think it's consolidating. So if you get 56, that'd be a good tap for a scalp.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good flip though. What's the next target we even have? I don't know.
How many
Like
the
60?
highest? That's 67. Yeah.
Chad, I think I beat my cough too. I don't think I've been coughing on stream lately. I don't want to jinx it though, but it's been like it's been a battle for months. How often you consider price? Do you trade differently around whole numbers? I actually just don't even pay attention to whole numbers. Unless it's like big numbers, like, you know, like 20,000 or on ES, like when it hits like 6,000, maybe like we can do something about it, but like nothing like every 100. I don't really think about that at all. I think we're just gonna be looking for scalps for the most part up until what do you call it? Jerome Powell comes up. Start talking shit. You might get fired. You might get fired, chat. Yeah, so 15-minute retrace here, and it's trying to hold this. Where would you put your stop on this inversion, DHESI?
My stop is at
Below?
40, 42.
42.
My entry is at 50.75.
I'm just gonna wait to see if we have anything more. My speed.
I really do think we're gonna, I mean, we have pretty much equal highs up here. If this play doesn't work, I think Powell
Powell gets it later. Chat, what's my ethnicity? Someone's asking. Take a guess.
Black.
Yeah.
Chinese, black. Damn, a lot of people think black.
That's it. Oh, if you guys were here yesterday, you guys would know. Because someone asked me what's my favorite dish for it. It is like pretty clear cut.
What'd you say?
I'll post it. I'll post it. Post a picture of it because I don't know if you will know about it. But shit, maybe we gotta introduce you and see what you think about it. It's basically like tapioca dumplings with shrimp or meat inside. It could be wrapped in banana leaves, or it could just eat solely like this. This is probably my favorite. It's more appetizer. It's not like a main or entree or anything. But
Bangkok.
he's Asian. He can't say gold. Gold. Gold.
Gold. Oh, gold. You can't. What the heck? That's funny.
All right, chat. For those who don't know DHESI, guess his ethnicity based off the way that he's speaking. If you don't know anything about him, take a guess.
You don't know anything about me. All you hear is my voice.
Nickname is LIQUIDITY. They call him.
Oh my god! You guys literally. He said, if you guys don't know, Belindian Drake. Okay, goddamn.
This is like it's gonna chop back and forth, back.
Yeah, I might just close. I might just kill this trade, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It worked out a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of just stuck.
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it.
LIQUIDITY's in poverty. He's like down 2 ticks here. We got to get him back, chat.
I close it for a 1 point loss, guys. It's over. Yes.
We're getting back. But yesterday we made 18 points on ES and I think like 5 points on the second trade. 2 for 2, no losses there. Very little drawdown on both trades. We're gonna run that shit again.
Just didn't move. Bro, here's what's gonna happen, chat. We're gonna get 11 p.m. move, 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's gonna chop for 30 minutes. Powell's gonna get on. It's gonna make a move and chop for the rest of the day. That's been a script. for our last like 5 FOMC.
Yeah. Someone said, you still in the same setup from Tanya's blog? I don't know what setup means.
But yeah, chat close is near break even. There was no movement.
Oh, we almost at 250. We're about to do the first giveaway. How should we do it? Should we do likes or guess a number type thing? Or just mix it up while we're trading? All right, let's do the giveaway. Like stream in the comment your favorite prop firm, one prop firm.
Elite Trader Fund.
Comment only one prop firm. Let's do that. Type it out. I just need a unique identifier for the bot to pick a winner. So we can't always do giveaways because I think people already did a lot of giveaways or usernames. Damn, you see how many people... This is funny. There's a lot of Apex. There's a lot of F. You guys got a trolling. Fun of Features Family? That's your favorite? Shit, we're disqualifying some users already. That's the wrong answer. No one better say Fast Track Trading.
GT, go firm. Hold up,
Take Prop Trader is a good answer. That's a good cut there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We would just retrace back up and we would chop back and forth. Apex, I pulled 400K out of them over 8 months. Damn, that's like what, 50,000 per month? Oh, of course, 8 months. That's so absurd how much people can make per month. I'll give you guys a few more minutes here. I still think we chop around. We have 30 more minutes to FMC. If you guys see opportunity here, not sure really. If we took this high on ES and SMT, I would have been more likely to try to short this down on NQ. I still think there's chop delivery here. All right, let's do the giveaway here. Giveaway winner today is, well, how do you say his name? Ekru. Ekru with the answer Apex. First giveaway of the day. Next one will be at 500 likes, guys. We're at 314. All right, what's the next trade, guys? Let's see. We're flipping back now. This is like a BPR flip right here again. I think we can actually move much lower here. Hey crew, just make a ticket, a giveaway ticket on our Discord. That 1 minute flip here, once we got this flip, this is dead. I wanted to see if I can get that short before I drop right there. So that is gonna just float down. NQ is just very weak right now. So if you're looking for shorts, go on NQ right now. For longs, look for ES. We have no sound. Can you guys hear me? Say something in chat, guys. It's plummeting. Yeah, I wanted this short here. Once we flip, we respect the breaker, basically. I mean, I could extend this higher to look at this as a swing point. Once this 1 minute BPR flipped here, I should have just slapped it in. Just passed my eval on that drop. Nice, nice. If you could just imagine this as just like choppy delivery, this is pretty easy to play here.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right. Damn, we are still plummeting here. FOMC is at 2, guys. I just see this still bouncing back and forth. Some of you guys might think this is going to be like a flip here. I probably just see this hold on ES here and just come back up. So this is like the OB you're looking at, probably for price action to hold, especially if you're looking for more range-bound delivery before the news. I don't mind trying on ES for a long, though. I think this comes back up. Missed a short, though. I'm still going to be very nimble today. Only would try the long if it can't flip, not while it's selling down. For those who said for chat bias that it's gonna move lower, that you're looking for bearish in the next 20 minutes, you guys are right. That's like the majority too. I just want to see this hold right here at 36. That'll be perfect here. Look for a 1 minute entry mode at 36 ES. Very decent stop under the 15-minute gap, like about 4 or 5 per stop. You think Powell's dump a pump? I have no idea. I'm gonna just let that play out. I don't like make prediction unless there's high time frame to support it. Right now, we are rejecting off the higher time frame, but you know, FOMC can just send it through. So my belief is we would play for the previous low. If there was a news, it looks very clear to go there. But you know, we have FOMC coming, so we'll probably let that drive. Brother, who is saying why Rip's got more losses? What does that even mean? Let me know when we have 500 likes. We'll do the next giveaway. Big drive. Yeah, again, longs will be on ES, shorts on NQ. 15-minute close in 4 minutes. We'll flip this 15-minute. Do I need to get a spam bot? I thought we are mature. We are mature children here, traders. Yeah, we didn't take this high out. I was surprised PS didn't want to take it. It was like kind of like 1 point away. I'd be more inclined for lower if we already took it. I'm still looking at potential longs at 36, 37. The moment it does flip, I'm looking for a retrace back in and then do a 1 minute flip. I'm gonna try the long with a stop likely under 32 here. That'd be the playbook. Sometimes I feel like when we don't take the highs, it makes it more bearish. Yeah, I mean, if you're very bearish price, that'll be the case. But we have FOMC news, so that's why I think like we're just gonna float around here and let news handle all the liquidity. RUB flat at 2, most likely, unless I have a position. Well, I don't know. I'm trading Apex. Apex allowed news. If there's, I could do break even or something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll go based on what we see. Not enough. I just want one more drive. Take out these lows out. Boom. Flip it up. That'll be good. This closure's gonna happen at 145 here. We'll see if we inverse this 15. What do you think about FFF recent changes? Shit. They're under new management now. I think it's not Danny's anymore. It's Danny's father. Let's see where they go. I'm not copying stream trade. I saw continuous loss. He lost an X. Yeah, I don't know what the Rips. Rips, he does very well on the live count, but his prop counts, I think he posted losses. I mean, all that matters is he's making money. He made, I think, hundreds of $1,000s this month or last month. So he's chilling. He's not really worried if there's some funny count that he flopped. It's very hard to manage both. So for you to trade well on prop while also managing your live, it sounds easy, like just do a copy trade, but like you're trading your props differently how you trade your live. It's more risk involved. There's risk parameters. There's like rules, and to have more things on your plate, it just kind of takes away from it. So that's why like I'm mainly using my live account, my Robinhood or my Trade just for swing trades. I'm not really using it for scalps because I already make a good amount of money on these funded account where I don't need to just keep on scalping my live. I'll just use that for swings. That makes more sense to me. You're looking for longs on NQ? No. So NQ is much weaker. I would look for shorts on NQ, longs on ES. That's the goal here. NQ is very weak right now. Very large drastic difference too. So we're getting a nice drive here. This is still a potential scalp for me. We're going to try to bounce this 15-minute OB. If we get a low time frame flip anyway here, I'm going to put stop under 32. We're going to let this run. This is kind of the idea right now. Let's say like 5 points or something, and then we try to get a run back to the side of this 15-minute gap. good like risk reward scalp. If I'm thinking it's like back and forth. We did take out this low here. Let's see. I'm not opposed to trying it out if we can get a confirmation here, but one more drive would be favorable. Let's see if DHESI makes it back for FOMC. Okay, we're gonna drive. I kind of want to try it with a very tight stop. That'll be like the first scalp, and then if we get a bounce back, if we get another drive, I'll just look for reentry. If this closure stop would just be at this low, that'd be somewhat tight enough. I'm looking for a drive back in, which we are getting already. See, I want this closure to be better. Yeah, this next thing, the next very quick flip. We're already moving. I just think this is holding on ES. ES is much more bullish. We're kind of bouncing the wick of its OB. I want to see the bodies of it. Put our stop on the 50-minute gap and then just let it run back up. Not trying to target these highs, just playing for decent risk reward where basically it's an OT type of entry, bouncing at the next support, and we're just trying to get a nice drive back up. That's kind of the idea right now. I have some more limits down here. It's not filling. I'm just gonna do very tight just for FOMC sake. Just looking for a nice drive up. I'm gonna trail it as it goes. Didn't get fill at 41s here on more ads. Yeah, we get a spike. I'm just gonna cancel my limits and let it play. I still have ads at 41s here. The first retrace. And I just want to keep a hard stop at 37 and let this drive. If it does fail, we take one more drive. It'll take me out here, right? And then if it does come back up, I'll go for the second run. I think we still build up from here. We tapped into the 5, but I think we're just gonna still hold. We're like a nice support area. You're also looking at ES here, so you see this OB here recent in the 5 and fair value gap. We just retrace. Very easy to see us retrace higher. If we're looking for back and forth price action. It's not A+. Nothing's A+ here. For sure, nothing's A+. This is why it's like more of a scalp. You gotta recognize price delivery. So if I'm already thinking about FOMC not taking any, still in the range, not taking main liquidities, we're just gonna play premium discount. We're trying to look at it. Longs at good areas, shorts at premium. So we got one drive here. We still have more to go here. Until there's FOMC, I'm not going to expect us to be back at breaking lows. So, like, just imagine this also. Just look at this premium discount. We're basically under equilibrium. That's why I was very closely looking at longs down here. Price delivery is the next theory that I'm going to be making a video on, which I do talk about daily. I swear I talked about it yesterday. I talked about it today. We're showcasing it. You gotta recognize, is this choppy? Is this trendy? Is it consolidating? What are you looking for? And you gotta frame it up, and this is why it's gonna run up here. Next giveaway is at 500 likes, guys. Yeah, I didn't get my ads though. I got in this first closure. It's 42s. I wanted more ads. I'm gonna just let this see how far we can take this. I want to see it pop over 45s and let that trail. That's what I was going for. Just like the midpoint. This. Ten more minutes before FOMC. Get a spike down. It already took this objective here. That's what I was looking for. 45. It went to 44.5. We're getting very close to FOMC right now. I think in the 5-minute mark, we're just going to wrap everything up and let FOMC play. We're going to be playing, I think DHESI's going to play Apex. I'm going to try to see if I want to do BUNOX. I don't really have any other evals because I'm still max funded. But yeah, this is more of a scalp idea right now. Idea was like longs at 40s, low 40s, and just look for a drive up. We're still looking for 45 pop over. And this is where I missed my initial entry because we took this is 32nd. But look at the 1 minute here. I want to see this low get ran and then flip up. Oh, what the heck? This FOMC is happening already. Hit my stop on that scalp. I didn't know what the hell this happened here. This is 152. Why did it just start spiking here? It was going pretty well though. But random like 10-point spike. Oh, Trump is talking? Is he actually talking? Yeah, I mean, no analysis really applies well with news or any like spikes. It's kind of unplanned. Try to get this tight too. It's the first scalp idea. Financial Juice is that on Twitter? I also was looking to see if there's any Financial Juice. Let's see what this is. Potential Trump to potential for pulling tariffs. Wait, how is that bearish? Not opening, pulling back. Oh wait, not opening, pulling back. So like, he's not open to pulling tariffs back. So actually, that's why this is bearish. I was gonna be like, what? Isn't that bullish? But no.
Yo.
Do you see that spike?
What did Trump say?
Trump said something about tariffs. He said, we're not pulling them back. Yeah, that's very bearish.
Not open to pulling. Oh, we're about to dump like 5%. Well, chat. 5601 is my downside target. That SMT for another day, but.
Damn, the dude, Trump, all Trump gotta say is one thing and start dumping.
Imagine they do a surprise rate hike too. Oh my god. Limit down. I don't think. What do you think? They're gonna change the rates or no?
I don't know. I don't really take a yes on it. I just kind of just go based on price action.
You know you could bet on it on Robinhood.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I bet on the president who's gonna be elected, and like I think I bet 63 cents or something. I made $1, so like you made like 38 cents, 37 cents. And then you bet Kamala, I think you would have won like more than double. I think you bet like 40, 35, and you make $1, so like 70 cents.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're moving lower now. I still think FOMC is gonna be the major news drivers, but that tariff one is pretty strong though. Tariff news, disgusting. 60. Oh, I don't like betting on. I was testing it. I thought it was like times 100, so I was like, oh, I'm betting. You know, I make 60 cents. I make 600 or $60 or something. But no, I think it was $60. That was it. But it's fun. You know, we're not trying to do serious betting here, right? Hey, did we take out that low? No, we did, yeah. Bearish news, bearish news.
Yeah, I was on the shitter, bro, and I kept getting notifications about Trump, and I looked at the market.
It's cooked.
Jeez.
we have to... Dude, FOMC is about to happen here. You ready for it? What's the game plan for Apex? Are you still doing it?
Yeah, I'm good.
DHESI's about to go rags to riches here. Let's see.
Bro, because 250K are just too hard to pass without.
It is hard. I always have a fear of FOMC not moving that much though. That's the only thing that I have against it. It's always typically so slow for me. Like very slight moves. We're about to plummet one more drive here, probably. I think if I were to try to play news, I would try to play for this break on NQ if it doesn't break already. And see if you get a big spike down, especially with Trump bearish news. If you get to combine that with the rate cuts,
yeah,
or any negative bearish with FOMC, that would be pretty spectacular for downside. And you're looking for basically 720s, 730s here.
Two and a half. Chat, are you guys sending evals to or no?
Chat's not about it. I think we can get one more drive here. Let's see.
Rejecting the hourly inversion and then Q. ES pushed a little bit higher, but I don't know. We'll see. Dude, I just hope it moves though. I don't want like no movement.
Yeah.
Or like a wick. Oh my god.
Yeah, I would probably just play for these lows, like break out 800. See how far we can flourish down.
I'm gonna put my stop order probably like 796 if we don't take it out here at like 800s and then go for 740. Like whatever low we put in here.
One more minute here.
I think the ultimate worst case scenario, Brian, if it's pump backs up. So what?
See what happens. That was a... It didn't break the lows yet. I'm just waiting for this big lows.
Oh, blown.
I had the stop orders on. It didn't even trigger for the lows until it just did here.
I literally got triggered at 800s.
It's on evals.
803. That was whack.
Damn, what was that? This is what I was saying going into this. I was like, FOMC always for me is such a weak candle. That's why I like non-farm payroll CPI much more. And I tried that with some Bunox. I need, so it's like Bunox, you can only do like I think 2 contracts, 2 or 3 contracts or something like that. I need like 100 points, and I didn't even get, my account's not even blown because like I just removed it. I'm gonna try again non-farm payroll or CPI, whatever's next. I think CPI is next week. But you're basically asking for like give like a 30-point stop, 40-point stop. You're looking for like 100+ point moves for Bunox. For Apex, you're doing max size probably. That was just dry moves, man. One of the most driest. Never seen that weak.
FOMC, like the main candle has been good for a while.
FC's got nerfed. You have a code for Bunox? I think it's code Smart. We don't have rebates with them though. They're kind of too small, but I'm still trading them, you know. I'm trading most firms. Even Top One. Top One is also not affiliated with. Every firm that I have affiliated with, I think 8 firms, I'm trading with all of them. And there's some firms that I'm not working with, but I'm still trading them in case I do work with them.
Yeah.
So 2:30, Powell starts speaking. His tie is gonna be purple, and it's gonna be very hectic.
Well, I just chop. We're probably just chop all the way until he speaks.
You know, purple tie is terrible for the market. If he puts a red tie on, that's gonna be, what is that? Is that bullish or bearish?
That might be bearish, bro. We're gonna chop until then.
I still think NQ is still pretty weak, and we have lots of liquidity downside. I don't want to play this too much. If I do play it, it's gonna be with micros. I don't mind trying it with micros. We'll see. But I gotta be like a decent setup, or just degenning. But whatever we do, unless it's like a good setup, we're gonna just play with roll. Have my micro setting on just in case. The smart code didn't work with Bunox. Do they have it? Is it 90% off right now? I forget if it's 90.
Bunox? I know they had 91.
They had 90, but you know, like it doesn't really matter. I don't really. If you don't have Apex maxed out already, I don't really recommend Bunox. Bunox has a high activation fee. It's higher than Apex, and it's like 150 for a 50k and like 300 for 150k. It's insane, but that's what it is. Who's part of Code Smart? Just you and Desi? It's me, Desi, Johnny, Pickle. That's like the main team. Oh, and then we have a special new joiner. Guess who it is? Did you get the memo, Desi?
I did.
Does chat know? Someone big joined Code Smart. Team Smart here.
I love chat, dude.
I posted the link.
Welcome.
This is
Patrick
it.
Willen to Code Smart.
Patrick Willen is officially joining Smart Prop Firm. We give 5% cash back. 1/3 we earn. We paid out 100,000 cash rebate since launch, and yeah, traders are stacking 1,000. This is what you do. Look at this. Let me see if I can play it.
1/3 of the commissions that he makes, he does a rebate or some bullshit. I don't know if it's all a fucking scam, but he was like bragging about it. I'm like, wait, so you did a $15,000 rebate, so you made $45,000 as a
I just
billing last month?
marked out everything he has.
Congratulations. Like,
Just troll
you're
him.
fucking pissing it. So
That's it. That's Code Smart, guys. Oh yeah, we're dumping now. I want to see these lows get ran.
Same. 785.
Did DHESI strategy not work? No. So the stop order didn't work. I don't think anyone would have passed their evals here because you're relying on big volatility, and you see FOMC happen. It's like kind of like 50 points range. You would expect like 200 plus or like at least 100 point plus. That's not enough good range for us to really work with. So good bright side is NQ's looking for lower. We've been looking for that lows. If I get driven here.
No, Brian.
What?
I thought I was copy trading 15 250K and I was only copy trading one. Oh my. No.
Wait, so I mean that's good, right?
I passed it. I thought I was copy trading the rest of them.
Wait, how'd you pass it? By this short?
Dude, I spammed short, bro.
Oh damn.
Dude, no way. Oh my god, dude. Fuck me, bro.
Damn.
Oh,
It's okay. You got
hurts,
CPI.
dude.
We're dumping pretty good though. The
But
draw
we
is
did
lower.
pass one. Yeah, for sure. Guys, 5601 is about to get tagged. That SMT we held from earlier in the week is about to get destroyed, which means we're gonna go lower.
Yeah. Dude, DHESI, what mic do you have? I feel like your mic just goes like clear and then
Dude,
unclear. What the hell is? Do we need to get DHESI a new mic? Chad, do you guys hear that too?
Fund me a new mic. I can't afford it really.
Big dumb. Yeah, I think once this break, we're just going to go for the next lows. I think, did we hit that?
Holy
yeah, we
fuck,
did.
we're dumping.
Is this noise gate mic settings? We gotta get you an upgrade new mic. What mic you got? Like a Blue Yeti or the one that I have? Me and Desi have. Or me and Lento.
It was something else. I don't even remember the name.
You gotta get an upgrade. You gotta sound crispy.
I ordered a Blue Yeti and I got Porsche. What is it called? Porch theft.
Oh really? California.
But it was in my mailbox and they took it out of my mailbox.
Limit is volume. Yeah, I don't. it goes clear, unclear. I don't know what it is. That's for me. Unless you guys are not hearing the same thing.
Dude, you guys are haters, bro.
We're dumping. We're not. I don't recommend catching this knife either. It's just because I'm already pretty bearish right now, and we're about to take these lows. Damn, could have played for shorts too. I typically let FC play things out because just how it is, but bearish bias made sense here. Big dump. It definitely crackles because he does not speak at cost of volume. We need DHESI to speak at a cost and volume.
I'm gonna talk like this the rest of the stream. Ha 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 ha.
We're dumping really hard. It's not even 1% dump yet, but like with the range that we've been having today, that's just what it is. There's that low on ES here. Look at that 5601 taken there. Doing a deeper drive than 4 hour. Powell's gonna be at 230. We'll see what we can get there.
Brian, look at.
What is that? Oh, SPX puts.
SPX.
2 contracts. Nice.
It's a small
Dude,
size, but
we need some option plays. I don't know how you running these up on your Robinhood, but
dude,
I need to put that copy trade on. We got Jonathan trades long at 709. Let's see how Jonathan do.
At 709?
709 on NQ. Let's see if Johnny gonna make some money or he can get cooked here.
Yo, this daily goes inversion on NQ, bro. Short the fuck out of this. The next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
You see that the gap we have from
Jonathan, you're not cooked yet. You're not cooked yet. It's cooking.
That gap, I think that's what we're gonna tap into. Like that
what time frame? Daily?
You can look at it hourly. 4 hours. I think that gap gets filled.
We have a lot of way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, did anything get announced with the? Let me see. Let me check financial juice again. Traders continue to see Fed rate cut likely by July. I'm not even sure what is bullish or bearish. I feel like I don't pay attention to that anymore. I used to when I was early trading, but it's just so much easier just play the market, play the price action.
Yeah.
I mean, like we got, we'll do another giveaway. Hopefully we get a trade going. I want to, likely trading posts FOMC is always better. Those people who long, the long warriors here are making some money. I don't want to risk it here, though. What are you thinking?
I want to see how
What
this
is chat
value
thinking?
gap reacts.
But yeah, PW, Patrick Whelan. We made amends and he joined Coach Smart, guys. He joined Smart Prop Firm. He said, actually, the idea was a good cash rebate. Let's help people save money, man. 5% is a whole lot of money here. But yeah, that's funny. Someone sent me that clip last night. I was like, what? He's talking shit about cash rebate. He's calling it a scam? Literally giving money back? That's crazy. It sounded like he was mocking. It's called sarcasm. We took the lows. That's kind of my short objective right now. I could see 230 really bring us back, especially if ES could come back. I think regardless, if there's a long opportunity, I want to try on ES over NQ. I think NQ's been pretty violent the whole day with the sells. Rookie numbers, we need 20%. Dude, I don't even get 20%. Like, if I get 15%, how much is it reasonably for me to give back? I think 5% is pretty good already, especially when we cover the taxes. Because that technically was half of it. 50%. 50% would be 7.5. Then you would have to cover the tax bill. When he says a scam, dude, it's literally in the video. Come on, you can't be a Patrick Whelan supporter in there. The point would be the users who get the rebate would not have it as a income. So like, we have traders right now. Someone that I think the highest person has about 2,500 in withdrawn this last like 5 months. That's not taxable income for him. We have it set up where it's just more of a discount rebate, which is great because that's like straight money tax in your pocket. You don't have to give Uncle Sam a cut of that rebate. It's stuck here. Chad, you guys think upside or downside from here? I'm like torn because if we didn't take out these lows on ES, I would have definitely just keep on slamming lower. Under 5,600 is going to be pretty bearish for me. I think because we have such a large gap to play by. You see what Simba tweeted? Let's see, my big dog, Brett Simba. Let's see. I don't know what he tweeted. Something new? TPT incentives. Wait, Top Step or TPT? Take profit. Because I don't see anything. Yeah, he didn't say anything. Someone posted a tweet. Oh, this is Top Step. I definitely Top Step, but oh. Yeah, no. I post the same incentives then. Moving lower. But yeah, again, Brett Semba, I think me and him are gonna be hosting a duo stream next Tuesday. Is that CPI? I think CPI that day too. And then we're gonna get a exclusive discount for Tradeify. Let's see what we work with. So for those who need some accounts, that's gonna be where you load up. Yeah, Tuesday. So next week for CPI, maybe we even run some evals there. We gotta get DHESI to get his other accounts, other Apex Pass. %90 off. I think they're doing 30% off. It's gonna be at least 35, maybe 40, at least for the first purchase or something. That's what it usually is. But, you know, it's better. And then you get the rebate, too. Rebate 5%. That's like 45% potential. If not, it's just 40. So it's big discounts. Yeah, we're still slamming. Guys, how would you short this right now if you were very bearish? I think it would be like the first retap here. Slam this down. I don't think it's like tradable right now though. It's very tough. I don't want to put risk on playing this, but it's very short buys. I don't think you would want to play longs here. You have a nice 5-minute gap formed here, but we're aggressively selling. We still have about 13 more minutes before Powell comes on. 1 hour market sell models. Don't look for buys. That's what I see, but we took it out of the first liquidity. I don't really recommend just shorting these lows either. But yeah, we're going for the next one. That's a lot of gaps to really go for, though. Oh, Jonathan is back in longs, I think. 709 again, same entry. Let's see if he gets his pump. I'm not trading anything, probably until post 230. So for this to play out, I mean, we can get a bullish breaker and then we can look for higher. What we need is a closure right above this high here for this to play out. And slight SMT off these lows. I mean, I think regardless, I still would like longs on ES over N2 just because it'll be less risk. Is DHESI the guy that top 1 features keep on listing? Are you the guy? Is he that guy, guys?
Am I?
Is DHESI
using my name a lot too much, aren't they?
They're basically using DHESI trading for marketing, which you know, I guess you gotta respect the hustle, right?
You know, I got the email yesterday that Brian showed us full for the life.
Is that him?
Guys, yesterday I hit my daily loss limit in like 15 seconds.
Oh, I can request a payout, guys. Let's freaking go. Let's do it. 5,000, right? Let's see how fast they pay it.
Trader backtest. What?
I need to time them. DHESI touch little people? Is that true?
Crazy work, dude.
This is a no trade area. I feel like I can fully assure this should be no trades here. If you're looking for a risky trade though, and we in versus 1 minute or 30 second here, we can slam for more lower prices. Even the 1 minute here is fine too. Because I still think NQ is pretty bearish. But it's like shorting the low, so you're gonna do tight stops. The risk reward is basically if we do flip, you do a tight stop and you get high rewards. We have a nice gap. I think 230 is gonna come too, so you better wait for Powell to come up. So 10 more minutes.
5-minute gap, please.
You think we could buy our way back up? I feel like that's also a scenario that people overlook.
Yeah, we You definitely.
That's a big scenario that no one really thinks about because everyone's so sucked in for lower prices. We already hit the liquidity. 2:30 comes around. 2:30 typically flips the direction of 2 p.m. Drive, so we can just flip this all the way back up and be like flip it green, and people will be shorting this and they'll get cooked. I like that the bearish objective, the sell side, was taken though. That was like the main thing I want to see happen. Now what? Have they announced that they cut rates? I think they did, right? Was that not it?
It was no change.
It was no change? What was it? Let me look at it again. Oh, no change. Okay. How they're cutting. So continue to see Fed rate cuts likely by July. So I was like, not now, but later. What would confirmation be? I think like the very clearest one would be if we could flip this 5-minute and we're showing like and respecting the bullish beta raise, this comes back up to next high. We already took this lows out and come back up. Do have a bullish breaker now, right?
Brian, every part of my body's gonna hold off on shorting this inversion right here. But dude, I'm so bearish.
I am also bearish too, but I want to wait for 2:30 to happen.
Yeah.
Go with chat bias. Chat. Bullish or bearish the next 10 minutes here? We need to see it. Usually, I honestly feel like when chat has the majority, it's like typically right. I don't know how they do it. Usually, like, you know, you fade the retail, but like they got the right idea. We were talking about like if it's bearish or bias here. It was most people said bearish and it started dumping. I'm kind of like a sitting sidelines here, but we do have that 30-second breaker that I was looking for. SMT down here, so I'm still like somewhat anticipating us to drive back up before 2:30, then 2:30 just leads the charge. So bull, bear. Lots of bearish here. Half bull, half bearish. It's so 50-50 right now. We got a nice reaction from this breaker, but I don't think it really can hold. Yeah. Chat's playing
I'll be back in
right now.
exactly 6 minutes.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to touch anything right now. You're likely still watching for this. Watch for this 1-minute flip here. This is what DHESI's also looking for. See the next giveaway time. 4:26. We're very close to the next giveaway. I want to see if we can do 3 today. 750 will be 3. We're still holding this breaker. So we established a low. We took liquidity here. I want to mark this actually. So we took liquidity at 739. As long as we can remain above, I want to see this somewhat hold. This is not it. This is it. It's 5601. That's what I remember. Price tapping the daily fair value gap. That's what it's doing. And we filled the whole thing. Good drive in here, too. It's a pretty tough area, but we got a nice bounce here. I think the moment this 1 minute flips is gonna really play downside again. We gotta drive the 5 minute already. I want to say short term bullish until we see a bearish P rate gets violated, then I'll flip again. Staying bullish just because we are holding this 1 minute in the breaker. And then the moment does flip the 1 minute here, I want to flip back down. It's a good reaction so far. Feeling some internal low highs here. Few more minutes. You guys want Powell on or off? Let me know. Just pumping. If you guys got in this breaker here, that's like the only thing I would look to play it out. It's like on the 30-second, very clear breaker after taking the lows out. Then you have this unicorn here, so you look for entry here, breaker, stop under the lows. About like a 40-point stop, but like this is a big type of volatility. So like here, look for entry. You would have already been up like 40. That'll be the first 1-to-1 here, but still have a little ways to go here. Lots of on, so we'll have Powell on at least for the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we'll take them off. Jonathan leading the charge here. He's looking for short longs. He's adding longs here up here too. He's believing that this would pump higher, and is really moving. 70% of the time, the 2:30 move reverses a 2 p.m. move. I also see that happening too. That's why like a lot of people are not thinking about that. They're like, this is still bearish bias, but what happens if we flip the whole thing? That's kind of like what I'm going through in my head. I think you guys are good for a drive to 800s here. We'll be back in that consolidation, previous bottom range. Confirmation for me, like I would wait for 2:30. If we flip this 5 minute, we have ways to go up here. So like flip this. Shit. Why is it always doing this? Flip this. I think we just keep on going up from here. But if you want a risky long, that was this breaker here. Once we got this closure up, remember we said if we close above this line here, the 30-second, we would get the breaker and move higher from here. All right, let's see. Powell, let's see. Federal Reserve's live stream. This is the... Oh, he's here. I'm just going to show what he has on here. Oh, shit. Jack, guess the tie. Guess the tie. Red, blue, purple. Quick. It's always purple. That's bearish. That's bearish. Good afternoon, dumps here.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Despite heightened uncertainty, the economy is still in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer run objective. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged. The risks of higher unemployment and higher inflation appear to have risen, and we believe that the current stance of monetary policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments. I will have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Pardon me.
Ooh, that cough.
Following growth of 2.5% last year, GDP was reported to have edged down in the first quarter, reflecting swings in net exports that were likely driven by businesses bringing in imports ahead of potential tariffs.
I think this flips here. The
This
5 minutes going to
unusual
close.
swing
We flip up, we come up.
complicated GDP measurement last
running out.
quarter. Private domestic final purchases, or PDFP, which excludes net exports, inventory investment, and government spending, grew at a solid 3% rate in the first quarter, the same as last year's pace. Within PDFP, growth of consumer spending moderated, while investment in equipment and intangibles rebounded from weakness in the fourth quarter. Surveys of households and businesses, however, report a sharp decline in sentiment
that
and
pump.
elevated uncertainty about the economic outlook, largely reflecting trade policy concerns. It remains to be seen how these developments might affect future spending and investment. In the labor market, conditions have remained solid. Payroll job gains averaged 155,000 per month over the past 3 months. The unemployment rate at 4.2% remains low and has stayed in a narrow range for the past year. Wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, a wide set of indicators suggest that conditions in the labor market are broadly in balance and consistent with maximum employment. The labor market is not a source of significant inflationary pressures. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer run goal. Total PCE prices rose 2.3% over the 12 months ending in March. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.6%.
5 minute close happening here.
Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Survey respondents, including consumers, businesses, and professional forecasters, point to tariffs as the driving factor. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to maintain the target range for the federal funds rate at 4.25% to 4.5% and to continue reducing the size of the balance sheet.
1 more minute for a closure.
The new administration is in the
5.
process of implementing substantial policy changes in 4 distinct areas: trade, immigration, fiscal policy, and regulation. The tariff increases announced so far have been significantly larger than anticipated. All of these policies are still evolving, however, and their effects on the economy remain highly uncertain. As economic conditions evolve, we'll continue to determine the appropriate stance of monetary policy based on the incoming data, the outlook, and the balance of risks. If the large increases in tariffs that have been announced are sustained, they're likely to generate a rise in inflation, a slowdown in economic growth, and an increase in unemployment. The effects on inflation could be short-lived, reflecting a one-time shift in the price level. It is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be more persistent. Avoiding that outcome will depend on the size of the tariff effects, on how long it takes for them to pass through fully into prices,
It's holding pretty well
and
here.
ultimately on keeping longer-term inflation expectations
5 minute close. This is
well
like
anchored.
pretty good closure here.
Our obligation is to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored and to prevent a one-time increase in the price level from becoming an ongoing inflation problem. As we act to meet that obligation, we'll balance our maximum employment and price stability mandates, keeping in mind that without price stability, we cannot achieve the
This,
long
not gonna lie,
periods
this
of
looks
strong
pretty
labor market
bullish.
conditions that benefit all Americans.
Pretty goddamn bullish.
We may find ourselves in the challenging scenario in which our dual mandate goals are in tension. If that were to occur, we would consider how far the economy is from each goal and the potentially different time horizons over which those respective gaps would be anticipated to close. For the time being, we're well positioned to wait for greater clarity before considering any adjustments to our policy stance. At this meeting, the committee continued its discussions as part of our 5-year review of our
I'm not
monetary
really
policy framework.
check.
We
Powell on
focused
or off
inflation
here?
dynamics and the implications for our monetary policy.
Maybe I put it on low.
Our review includes outreach and public events involving a wide range of parties, including Fed Listens events around the country.
On, you guys want on, so
Conference next week. Throughout this process, we're open to new ideas.
I'll put it
and
on low for
feedback,
me, but I'll keep it
and
high,
we'll
guys.
take on board lessons of the last 5 years in determining our
Sorry,
findings.
I'm having fun on
We
Twitter.
intend to wrap
Going
up
to
the
PDH
review
next
by late
week.
summer.
Dude, it's late. If you could acknowledge it, bro, you're good.
There's
I'm
been
I'm
assigned
good
2
with that.
goals for
I
monetary
think what happened was
policy,
Slay was
maximum employment
kind
and
of
stable
getting
prices.
egged on
We
by
remain committed to supporting
Patrick to start
maximum
stuff.
employment, bringing inflation
That's what
sustainably
Patrick
to our
does, man.
2% goal,
I get that.
and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans.
This looks bullish to me, though.
We
5-minute
understand
flip
that
here.
our
This
actions
is
affect
going to pump.
communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for taking my question.
I think this plays up all the way. We get a nice closure above
Since the
new
last
day open
meeting,
gap.
there've been tariffs put on,
Get
tariffs
retap
taken
and
off,
then take out these
who knows,
high.
a
This is
bill
the
is
main
passing
high
in
that I'm looking for.
Congress, and I just wonder if I could press you
And
on
I'm
the
not sure if I
last
could
part of
get
your
this
statement.
trade
Are you
alert.
any
I just want to
closer
tape read
now
and see if we can get some
to
micros in.
deciding which side of the mandate is going to need urgent care first?
Well, so as we noted in our statement,
It's gonna
this meeting
pump here.
statement, we've judged that the risks to higher employment and higher inflation have both risen. And this, by the way,
I'm just going to give my bias, and if
compared
there's
to,
a
March.
entry
So
model I
that's
can
what
play
we
for, I'm
did.
just kind of microing
I
in.
don't think we can say.
That was a nice retrace here.
way
So
this
after
will
this
shake
5-minute
out.
close, we're already
There's
good to
a
go.
great deal of uncertainty about,
This is still my
for
plan
example,
here.
where
5-minute
tariff
close,
policies are going to
retrace,
settle out.
big closure
And also,
above,
when they do settle out, what
get
will
a
be the
slight retrap,
implications
and
for
then
the
just
economy, for
send
growth
it.
and for employment. I think it's too early to know that. So, I mean, ultimately, we think our policy rate is in a good place to stay as we await further clarity on tariffs.
Yeah, we're about to have the
and
15-minute flip,
ultimately
too.
their implications for the economy.
Hearing you describe what you're looking for in terms of being able to make a decision, it sounded like that's a long-term process before you sound like you're going to be comfortable, or the committee would be comfortable to act on what the data is telling you.
I don't think we know.
I still like this to from upside.
Look where we are
As
today.
long as this retrace
We have
here
an
is
economy
not
that
too
if you
deep,
look through,
this still hold.
you know,
This still holds in my
distortions
books.
in Q1 GDP.
We already
so
took the
it looks like it's
liquidity
going
down
at a
here,
solid pace.
both
The
on
long
NQ and
run
ES.
appears to be
We're
solid.
getting a flip here.
Inflation is running
So,
just a bit above 2%.
After
so it's an
2:30 with this
economy
5-minute
that's been
closure,
resilient
this
and
is already
is in
good to go.
shape. And our policy is sort
Dude,
of
Jonathan,
modestly
I'm dead ass. I was just like,
restrictive.
you know, I
It's
appreciate that you were
70
showing your
basis points
entries.
less restrictive than it was.
You cooked there. You were long at 709s. I don't know if you like TP'd early, but like that was the right move.
We don't think we need to be in a hurry. We think we can be patient. We're going to be
Make FOMC great again.
The data may move quickly or slowly, but
It's pumping. I think this runs back up.
we are to
It's gonna give a lot of fickle moves back and forth, but like overall,
become clearer in terms of what
this runs.
the monetary policy response.
Guys, who's in a position? Are you guys long or short right now? I'm gonna say that this is still long bias until this 5-minute gets a flip. I'm looking for like 920s, honestly. 920s or 868 minimum.
Labor demand appears to be gradually cooling with wage growth running below 4%. What do you see right now that could nourish higher?
I don't really see a case for shorts while we're looking at price action right now, especially that 5-minute flip.
I think the underlying inflation picture is good. It's what you see, which is inflation now running a bit above 2%. And we've had basically decent readings in housing services and non-housing services, which is a big part of it. So that part, I think,
Still going, we're still going.
is
Data highs at 2 p.m. Yeah, that's also what I'm marking out.
there's just so much that we don't know. I think,
That's the first thing for sure.
and we're in a good
That'll be a good area to TP for sure. If we get there. For those who are in longs.
resilient, is doing fairly well.
I'm just in micros. I have 810s. I've been adding. I want to see how far we can go. Like, it's not that much, but if we get a big move, maybe it'll be like a few $100.
Countries over tariffs. We'll know more with each week and month that goes by about where tariffs are going to land, and we'll know what the effects will be when we start to see those things. So we think we'll be learning. I can't tell you how long it will take.
What do you think about this chart, Desi?
But for now, it does seem like
Probably higher.
it's a fairly clear decision.
Got to be higher, right? Can't be lower. Like, you have literally FOMC with you. 2 p.m. drop, 2:30 reversal. You have liquidity take on higher time frame. Like, I can't see this not taking these highs out. This looks really like a bullish flip here. But we'll see.
We are comfortable with our policy stance. We think we're in the right place to wait and see how things evolve. We don't feel like we need to be in a hurry. We feel like it's appropriate to be patient. And when things develop, of course, we have a record of we can move quickly when that's appropriate. But we think right now the appropriate thing to do is to wait and see how things evolve. There's so much uncertainty. If you talk to businesses or market participants or forecasters,
Still looking at 867 data highs
waiting to
first.
see how developments play out, and then we'll be able to make a better assessment of.
I'm probably gonna hop off in like 10 minutes. This is too slow.
So we're not in that.
Yeah, stay about
Probably
30
takes-
power
takes
hour. You might move
Zero
really hard.
DTE calls. Go to
Look at this pop. Look at this pop. Ready? Magnets. 867 first.
magnets.
Where are those magnets at?
I took
Let me type
calls
it
for SPX.
Magnets. Oh wait, I'm not. I'm supposed to type it. Search it. There we go. On. Let's see. That's what I meant. I meant. Don't let me jinx it, chat. We need the power. Yeah. This is basically what I have on after this.
Let's look back and see where we are. So to go from 2024 up to the day, we've had unemployment in the low 4s for more than a year. We've had inflation coming down now in the mid to low 2s. We've had an economy growing at 2.5%. So that is the economy as we see it now. What looks likely, given the scope and scale of the tariffs, is that we will see
Stagnant.
the risks to higher inflation, higher unemployment have increased. And if that's what we do,
Oh, put it in chart.
the tariffs are ultimately
How do I do that?
in place at those levels,
I just copy and paste it.
then we will see
Oh,
progress toward our
I'm taking Lanto's emoji.
delay in that. I think in our thinking we would never do anything but keep achieving those goals. But we would, at least for the next, let's say, year, we would not be making progress toward those goals. Again, if that's the way that
Giveaways at 500 likes, guys.
know that there's so much uncertainty about the scale, scope, timing, and persistence of the tariffs. So that's that. In terms of preemption, I think you can look back at the 2019 cuts as preemptive. I wouldn't say that what we did last fall was at all preemptive. If anything, it was a little late. But 2019 we did cut 3 times. But the situation was you had a weakening economy and you had inflation at 1.6%. So that's a situation where you
It's
can
just
move preemptively. Now we have
lackluster here.
running above target. It has been above target for 4 years.
Bro,
It's not so far above target now, and we have an expectation.
Dude, if it comes back down to 810s, I think I'm just gonna take it off.
Upward pressure on inflation.
I'll just look for a re tap in.
They're all forecasting.
I think it's still the right move to play higher though, but
Makes it, and then
it's stalling out the perfect area where I'm looking for this to drive. It's like one more drive and then
forecast. We don't publish a forecast about that. We don't publish a forecast that assesses how likely a recession is. But in any case, it's not a situation where we can be preemptive because we actually don't know what the
Brian, I love you, but I like to sleep a little bit more.
see more data.
yeah, you might miss out. Like the next 5 minutes is gonna move
If
like
it pumps, my
200
SPX
points.
got me. If it doesn't, I don't have to look at my contract to zero. So win-win for me.
The committee need to see, though, in the labor market and the economy more broadly to lower interest rates again.
I'll throw though. I'm out of here.
All right. See you, man.
Rate,
Alright.
over a period of
Ladesi's
time,
out.
Perhaps a certain number of negative monthly job reports. I mean, how are you making that assessment?
So first of all, we don't see that yet, right? We have 4.2% unemployment, good participation, wages behaving very well. participation, I mentioned, at a good level. So, with the labor market, we would look at the totality of the data. We'd look at the level of the unemployment rate. We'd look at the speed with which it's changing. We would look at the whole huge array of labor market data to get a sense of whether conditions are really deteriorating or not. And at the same time, we'd be looking at the other side of the mandate. We could be in a position to balance those two things, which is, of course, a difficult balancing judgment that we'd have to make.
On that point about balancing, I mean, you've mentioned that the committee would consider how far the economy is from each goal and the time it would take to kind of get back to that point. But what does that mean in practice? I mean, how much of that assessment will be rooted in a forecast versus data dependence?
Yeah, break even there.
The two, I mean, let's just say this.
I was going for a big target.
Complicated,
Sucks.
challenging judgment that we would have to make. Yeah, and this is
Can't hear him. I'll turn it
The
up.
situation is if the two goals are in tension. So let's.
I'll
say
look for
that
re-entry if there's
unemployment
anything, but
is
I want to
moving
just
up in an uncomfortable way, and so is inflation.
manageable
Not
risk
the
on for
situation
now.
we're in, hypothetically, but we would look at how far they are from the goals, how far they're expected to be from the goals, what's the expected time to get back to their goals. We'd look at all those things and make a difficult judgment, and that's.
I'm still
in
looking
our
for these
framework.
highs, but
It's
we're
always
not
been
getting
in our
there, so.
thinking. We
well.
haven't faced that question in a very long time, so again, difficult.
Look at low
judgment to
time frame
make.
now.
Not one that we face today. And we,
See a
and we
30
may
second
never
here.
face it, but
I just need to see
we have
something
to be
to
keeping
show
in
that
our-
we're
in
not
our
just gonna
thinking now.
keep on selling. Go for a retap. This could possibly take these lows out and
Thank
then
you. Edward Lawrence
run
with
back
Fox
up.
Business. So we had the CPI
But it
report
could also
that
just
came out
sell
that
straight
showed
down.
month over month the first decrease in inflation
So let's just wait
in about
here.
3 years. The jobs report, you said solid, that we saw. At the same time, we have those new
Look at
tariffs
this
that we're
gap
living
here. We're getting a
under.
nice closure above 830s. I think we'll go for another
should the
jab
Federal
in.
Reserve be cutting rates at all this year?
Still stuck here.
It's going to depend. I think you have to just take a step back and realize this is why we are where we are. Is we're going to need to see how this evolves. There are cases in which it would be appropriate for us to cut rates this year. There are cases in which it
Oh,
wouldn't.
Brett Simba's in the building.
And
Tell
we just
us
don't
when and
know until
long.
we know more about how this is going to settle out and what the economic implications are for employment,
Every time
and
Brett
for-
comes on,
for,
it pumps.
inflation.
I want to see this
I-
take
I-
these
I
lows
couldn't
though. Take these
confidently
lows and just
say,
run it.
That I know
He has already
what
took
what
it
the
here.
appropriate path will be.
So following on that, just, so then how does President Trump calling on you personally, as well as the Federal Reserve, to make rate cuts affect your decision today and affect your job difficulty?
Here's that lows
Doesn't
taken
affect
here.
our doing our job at all. So we're always going to do the same thing, which is we're going to use our tools to foster maximum employment and price stability for the benefit of the American people. We're always going to consider
drive
only the economic data, the outlook, the balance of risks, and that's it. That's all we're going to consider. So it really doesn't affect either our job or the way we do it.
Yeah, no confirmation here. Tried, but
Hi, Howard Schneider with Reuters, and thanks for the time. I'm wondering, given the complexity about the first quarter GDP and what lies ahead, I'm just wondering what your intuition tells you about the underlying direction
That was a good
of the
break even,
economy
though.
right now. Many of your
810.
colleagues have said they feel growth is
I had
slowing.
this good entry. We were up like
If
40
so, do you
points. I
have
want to
any
see if we
sense
could
of
run
by
up
how-
higher, but
by how
couldn't do
much
that.
to
Now we're
what
just selling
degree
off
the
pretty
slowdown may
aggressively.
be? What does your gut tell you about how things are evolving out there?
My
Wow,
gut tells me
this
that
is-
uncertainty about the path of the economy is extremely elevated, and that the downside risks have increased. The risk is, as we pointed out in our statement, the risks of higher unemployment and higher inflation have risen, but they haven't materialized yet. They're not in the data yet. So that tells me more than by intuition, because I think it's obvious
This is
actually
pretty
that
strong here.
the right thing for us to do is we're in a good place. Our policy's in a very good place, and the right thing to do is await further clarity. And there's usually things clarify and the appropriate direction becomes clear. That's what usually happens. Right now, it's very hard to say what that would be. In the meantime, the economy is doing fine. Our policy isn't, it's not highly restrictive.
holding his
It's
inversion.
somewhat restrictive. It's 100 basis points
5.
less restrictive than it was in
Not much
last
to really
summer. So we think
focus on right now.
it's in a good place, and we think the
I
appropriate
want to
thing
see if we can do
is for us
micros
to
in
wait
because
and
I still
see
like these
that and get more
daily,
clarity
no,
about
data
the
highs
direction of
here.
the economy.
Well, let me press you on this idea of the economy being fine right now, because reading the beige book very closely.
I still
the
think
last
this
time
moved back
around,
up.
There was a lot
Is this
of,
climate still holding
you
here?
know,
Are we
negative stuff.
got a nice
negative
closure
sentiment
under?
that was in there.
I'm not touching
I know
anything yet,
that
though.
Everybody's looking at soft
Let's see,
data
let's see,
right
let's see.
now. You mentioned it yourself that the sentiment's sour. But the
Okay.
beige book was talking about, you know, the beginnings of layoffs in some industries, prices rising in some places, and
Took
an
a
awful lot of
slow-
investment
took a
decisions being
retrace.
pushed to the sideline. Doesn't that
5
point to
minutes
a slowdown?
chopped. I still like this high.
It may well.
But
It
we're
just
just
hasn't
flow
shown
all the way
up
back
yet.
down, huh?
And you know, we all look at all these
Jonathan's back in
sentiment,
longs at
many
779,
individual
1
comments just to get
micro.
a
Let's
better
go.
feel. And you know, businesses and households very broadly are concerned and, you know, postponing economic decisions of various kinds.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
yes,
join
if that
Jonathan with a
continues,
micro. I'm just gonna do a starter.
nothing-
Let's see
nothing
how this plays
happens
out.
to sort of
I want
alleviate
to
those
add though. I want to
concerns,
focus on
then
ads. If
you would
there's
expect
confirmation,
that
that's where I'm
to
gonna look
begin to
at.
show up in economic data. It wouldn't maybe show
just
up
one
overnight,
micro,
but
so it
would
doesn't do
show up
much.
over weeks and months. And that may be what happens, but it hadn't happened yet. And also, there are things that can happen that will.
But we
that will
definitely
change
need
that
more
narrative,
to really
but
play
they haven't
upside. It's like
happened,
so
but,
weak. I have a 70.
It's possible to imagine things that, but in the meantime, yes, we're watching
770s.
extremely carefully, like everyone is. But
I just want
don't
to
see
dip
really
it in, and
much
then
evidence of it in
if we can get
actual
back above like
economic data.
800s, you know, we
And by the
start
way,
scrolling there. I
consumers
think
keep
we just
spending,
accelerate to
credit card
867 and then
spending.
eventually
It's,
this high. We just
you know,
haven't seen it
it's
yet.
It's still a healthy economy.
There's a lot of wicks right
albeit
now.
One that is shrouded in some very downbeat sentiment on the part of people and businesses.
I'm not trying to put too much risk on when it's just confusing. Unclear.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio and Television. The Fed's been criticized recently by a former governor for what he
But,
calls
yeah, I'm gonna cap
mission
out at
creep.
10
You
micros
take on
today.
more problems, use
So we'll
more
just
tools,
slowly
and
add
end
in,
up
you know,
building tools
see
to
what
deal with the
happens.
fallout of those tools, which then makes it a given that you will act more aggressively in the future.
kinda like-
Is
I'll
that
just
a
try to
fair
draw it out.
critique,
Looks
and
like
is that
something like
something
this
you
right
would
now.
be looking at
I want to keep
in
at
your framework review?
740s. If we get a move under
Say the
740s,
critique again.
we kill the
That
trade
the
hard.
Fed has been involved in mission.
For one
creep, gets
micro, look
involved
for
in,
ads.
Using too many new
4
tools
hour?
to deal
Let's see,
with
4 hour.
problems and to go too far. Is that something that the critique was based around the fact that you did QE and QE and QE and
No confirmation
and-
for
and,
us to
uh,
play up.
and-
Like,
and
even looking at low time
went
frame, like we want to see
beyond
this
the
flip. We
narrow
want to see a nice
confines of
closure.
your
We're not
mandate.
getting that. We're just selling
Well,
off
I mean,
lower.
there are a couple. That's
I'm
not
fine with
really
this.
beyond the confines of our mandate. Look, I would say this: we did things. Essentially, we're on an
about
emergency
taking,
footing for
one
a
micro,
couple
that's
of
like
years in the
30
pandemic, and it's
bucks.
very fair and very welcome for people to look back over what we did and say,
Yeah,
"Hey, you
yeah.
could have done this better and different." And one thing we hear a lot is we could have explained QE a little better. We did think we were explaining it in real time.
Come on, let's
I
see.
completely accept
see us- see us
the
momentum
thought
here.
that we could have explained it better. There's a lot of thinking
week
that we
all
went
day.
on too long with QE. I can tell you that the reason we did was we were concerned that we didn't want a tightening of a sharp tightening in financial conditions at a time when we thought the economy was still vulnerable, and so we did
See this
hold
flip.
on
1 minute
for
flip
a
would
long
be
time to
pretty
QE, and we of course
massive to
tapered and everything,
start
and then
flipping
we
in
immediately
direction.
went into QT.
Otherwise, I'm just
And,
I'm
you know,
really just
we've-
in a
we're
micro
down a couple
at
of trillion.
770.
I get the.
It's very
you know,
tight.
We certainly, with the benefit of hindsight, could have tapered earlier or faster. That's absolutely right. But this is all very welcome. You know, it's, you know, we knew doing this in real time that we weren't going to get it perfect, and those kind of
Nothing's
you know,
really showing me in other
after
good charts
action,
too. I'm just waiting for this to
kind
see if
of
we can
looks
flip.
are essential.
Higher
We're
time
doing
frame
the
looks
same
pretty
thing,
good
you know,
though.
in our review.
Just waiting for
so
Powell to stop
on some
saying
issues.
bearish
The
things.
other part of that critique
Those are
is
the
that
real.
you've taken on topics that are outside of the mandate, such as climate change and trying to
1 minute closure
ensure
is
that
basically
certain
closure
groups,
of 800. I think we lead up to
benefited by
this
your
next high.
economic policies in terms of employment, et cetera.
So, okay, on climate, you've heard me say over and over again that we will not be climate policymakers, and that our role on climate is a very, very narrow one. And I think,
we get this
I
flip
think
here?
that's what we've done.
We
We've
need
done
to see a nice
really
closure,
very little
guys.
on climate. You can say that little bit that we've done was too much, but I wouldn't want to give any impression that you know we've taken climate and it's something that we're spending a lot of time and energy on.
Looking
We're
good,
not.
looking good.
We have
There we go.
very, very
1
narrow
minute
things.
closure.
We
It's gonna
did
happen
one
here.
thing, one
We get a nice
guidance
closure above 1
for the
minute.
banks, and then
this
we
gap,
did
and then
one
we head
a
straight to
one-time
this Where the frick
stress
is my
analysis,
magnet?
climate stress analysis, and that's
I need
it.
my magnet
and, you know, we
back.
dropped out of the network of greening the financial system. So we didn't do much on climate, but and I do think, and I've said
Let's
this
go.
publicly
This is
several
looking
times.
pretty good already.
I think it's a real danger for us to try to take on a
Yeah,
mandate
we about to
like
cook
that,
on this?
which is
Are we about to cook
very
on this?
narrow application to our work.
It's not a
And,
big
you know, the
size, but
risk is
yo, I
if
like
you-
this.
If you go for things that are really not in your mandate, you know, then
Dude,
why are you in?
literally 3 micros up,
You know,
up
I think that's a very fair
50
question. I do
points
think
already.
We've done a whole lot less on climate than some people seem to think
This
we
is
did.
nuts. Off of 3 micros.
That's
Here, let
right.
me just stop on 2.
Take it on the question of.
I'll just put it at 800.
Rates down.
I want to put a green stop on
We didn't
799.
do that. You know, what we said was that we never
Dude,
targeted
what
any,
is it when Brett Sema
unemployment
comes on?
rate
It's
for
just flips
individual
so
racial or
bullish.
demographic groups. What we said was
I don't know what
that,
it is.
Maximum employment was a broad and inclusive goal, and I think
Dude, Jonathan
what
also,
we meant
I
by
kind
that
of
was we're
rode
gonna
Jonathan's
consider
bias.
the totality of the country as we look at our
63
maximum
points
employment goal. Of
right
course,
now.
we were never going to target any.
I'm still looking for this
individual group with
high.
that, but I think
I have
some
3
people,
micros. I took 1 off just now.
you know, wanted to hear it that way.
wanna
That's-
see
that's
what we
not
can
at
do
all what we
here.
meant.
This is the
But
at least a
so
good first TP.
that's just not a correct reading
867.
of our.
Come on, come on.
But I can see how, you know, maybe people found that confusing, and you know, we have to take
And-
that into consideration.
Let's see.
Julie.
Are we
Hi,
about
Chair
cooking
Powell. Thanks
shit?
for taking
How
our
about
questions
micros? I'm about
today.
to
I'm
make
Jolene
$450
Campbell,
bucks
CBS
out of
News.
micros.
You've
That's
said
nuts.
wait and see, and the economy is doing fine today, but the impacts
Holy
of tariffs
crap.
are already showing up at the ports.
There we go.
Businesses big
First
and small
data
are
high
telling us
taken.
that they feel it, and most importantly, consumers say they feel it, that the challenges are here, and there's no waiting and seeing. For Main Street, what is the breaking point? What would have to happen to prompt a rate cut specifically?
Well, you know,
Pretty good, pretty
so
good.
we really don't see in the data.
Dude, you can't have any
big
better.
economic
Like, you're
effects.
just
We
kind of
see-
playing on the
we
bias.
see
I know there's a lot of people that's like
sentiment,
saying like this is
concerns
bearish, this is bullish.
that higher prices
I'm just
may
playing
be
with the
coming
charts,
or
and you have
things
data
like that.
highs, and you're
So
going for this
people
next
They're
one.
worried now about inflation.
Golly,
They're worried
guys.
about the, you know, a
We just
shock
cooked
from
up
the
so hard.
tariffs,
Let's
but
see the final
they really
TP.
haven't- That shock hasn't hit yet.
Look at
Okay, so,
926 if we
you
get
know,
it.
We're going to be looking at the not just the sentiment data, but also the real economic data as we assess what it is we should do. And remember,
Who's playing longs right now, chat? Type one
of them
we're
would
in
be
longs.
Weakening economy, weakening economic activity, which translates into higher unemployment, and the other would be
That's what we're
potentially
talking about,
higher
man. We gotta
inflation.
wait for it. We gotta
Again,
be very
say it
patient.
again,
You know, we
the
risk
timing,
managed
the
so
scope,
well
the scale,
because we had the
and
first long, we
persistence
missed
of
it.
those
You know,
effects
tight
are
stop
very,
or
very
break even on it.
uncertain.
We just
So
look for the next
it's
entry
not
model.
at all clear what the appropriate
This
response
one
to
minute flip was
monetary policy
basically
is
the go-to
at
here.
this time, and we're, you know, and by the way, our policy's in a good place, so we
I'm
think
still
we can
holding
wait
one
and move
contract, guys.
when it is clear what the right thing to do is. Really not at all clear what it is we should do. So people are feeling stress and concern, but
Who passed on that
unemployment hasn't
trade?
gone up,
Who
job
took it on
creation is
funded? That's the
fine,
main thing.
Wages are in good shape.
With micros, I'm not
You
trading
know,
minis
people
right
are
now.
not layoffs, or people are not getting laid off at high
Yo,
levels.
this is 150 points if we hit it.
You know, initial claims for unemployment are not increasing, you know, in any kind of impressive way. So the economy itself is still, you know, in solid shape.
Yeah,
Just a
I
quick
have one left now. I
follow-up,
had 3
President Trump now
micros.
says
You know, this
he
is
does
pretty
not
good here.
plan to
This is
remove you
points, by the
as
way.
chair. When you heard that, what did you think?
What's that in
I
monitor?
don't have anything
240
more
off
for
of
you on that.
micros. So
I've
I was if
pretty
I had
much
3
covered
contracts, I
that
didn't
issue.
TP.
Thank
That would be
you.
like $700. That's actually kind of absurd to me because I don't usually
Hi,
trade
thank
micros,
you.
but like when you were
Chris
playing
Regaver,
like
Associated Press.
huge volatility,
Well, I just wanted to follow up. Earlier, it sounded like you
crazy.
said it was unclear how the Fed, you know, what kind of interest rate decisions you will make later this year. So does that?
Everyone say thank you
know,
to
in
Powell.
March,
Everyone
there
said
was
thank you to
guidance,
the
that
magnets.
two
Too. The
cuts
magnets
might
was
happen, you know, 2 cuts were
the first
penciled in
step for
this
this
year.
to
Is that
work out.
now, that guidance from the last
Without
press
the
conference,
magnets,
has that
we
been
wouldn't been-
overtaken
be
by
here.
events at this point?
You know, we don't do a summary of economic projections at every meeting, as you know. We do it every.
Do you
other
use
meeting.
market orders? Not really. This I was holding this for like 5-10 minutes before I started moving. You notice how this was like choppy here? We were already kind of holding this.
Try to make a specific,
And then once it's flipped, that's when like we could look for ads.
where we are relative to that.
But it was like a very slow hold where no one could miss it if they were really about it.
A guess here today as to what it would be.
Yeah, I'll put the volume very low.
That we think our policy rate is in a good place. We think it leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential developments. That's where we are. And
We took data highs. I am trying to see if we can take the next one, but we don't really have to.
We conclude
Just up to if we can get some momentum going.
where we are.
That's basically
We
it.
just are going to need to see, how things play out before we make those decisions.
Great, and just to follow up on that, I mean, when you address the issue of how the Fed would handle both rising unemployment and rising inflation, how are you thinking about the fact that
This is basically it. 233. This is
to reduce unemployment,
114 points on micros.
how do you handle those challenges?
Basically up like $500 on my Apex. That's like pretty clean.
Two goals.
500.
It's a very challenging question. Now,
We're about to do the giveaway too. I think you guys are saying giveaways ready.
one variable is very, very far from its goal, much farther than the other, and if so, you concentrate on that one. And frankly, that was the case. Well, it wasn't a case where they were really intended.
This is basically it. I'm just gonna let this. I'll just watch on the 5-minute. I don't think there should be nothing we need to do here. I mean, if we do get a, I would move this actually to break 5.8. Let's do 5.53. I'll just do it very tight now.
What our framework document says, it says we'll look at how far.
Because if we do run these lows, I think we try to go back to 820s and then see one more flip back up.
So, that's going to be potentially a very difficult judgment, but the data could break in a way that it's not. I just don't think we know that. The data could easily favor one or the other, and right now there's no need to make a choice, and no real basis for doing so.
Victoria.
Do I get a run here?
Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. I wanted to ask, Congress is currently debating spending cuts alongside extending the tax cuts. And I know you've
I'll
talked
get
many
break
times
even,
about how
or not break even, but I had green stopped out here.
sustainable, but
I'm fine with this.
We're also talking right now about the
Yo,
economy
how do we get
slowing,
save here?
even recession. I was just
You
wondering,
kidding me?
is there a danger that spending cuts now could slow growth?
No. No way we get saved here. Let me put the 5-minute chart on.
Fiscal advice. They're going to do. We take what they do as a given, and we put it in our models and in our assessment of the economy. So I wouldn't want to, speculate on that. I mean, I think we do know that the
Still
data's
pretty
on
good.
an
Okay, let me
unsustainable
just cancel
level,
this.
on an unsustainable path.
Boom.
Not at an unsustainable level, but an unsustainable path. And it's on Congress to figure out how to get us back on a sustainable path. And
Pretty good. About $600 from that trade.
Do you think that they should take macroeconomic conditions into account as they look?
Good risk management too.
I think they don't need my advice and our advice on how to do fiscal policy any more than we need their advice on monetary policy.
Andrew Ackerman with the Washington Post. In your Jackson Hole comments last year, you said you would not welcome further cooling in labor market conditions.
Just take me out. I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool. There's only one micro.
What it is now. Many forecasters now predict a higher jobless rate. How has your tolerance for weakening?
That was a pretty good damn hold though.
Compared to a year
Not
ago?
gonna lie.
So it was quite a different situation. What was happening?
How many people made money on those longs here? This longs from 870s. A lot of people were really on board with this. I was looking for ads as well. I didn't really get too many ads. That's why it's only 3 micros. If I had ads, that would have been like 10 micros. That's kind of my goal. Very still manage risk because I usually do 3 minis, which is like 3 30 contracts. So I'm already sized down. Just didn't get the size I wanted. But if I get 10 macros, dude, hold and do this, that would have been like 2K right there on each count. Just because how easy it was.
And then in September, we wanted to address that forthrightly. We wanted to show that we were there for we'd been there for inflation for a couple of years, and we wanted to show also that we're there for the labor market. And it was important that we
FOMC is about patience. I'll turn off Jerome Powell here. I think we're done with J. Powell. Your service are no longer needed. And then we had the Brett Simba bias. He came on. Every time Brett Simba came on is always just bullish. Trade was base. So the trade itself is not technically base. I mean, you want to just look at like why was I bullish? It's clearly because we took the liquidity already. 2 p.m. drove down. Historically, with FOMC, you see FOMC take one side, and then 2:30 it flips. So you proceed to see 2 p.m. here, 2 p.m. right? Dumps down. 2:30 happens right here. It flips back up. So that's what I'm thinking. Dump, and then pump back up. That's basically the gist of it. The only confirmation I really wanted was, can we flip this 5-minute gap that took out the candle that took out liquidity here? We flipped on this candle. That's why we tried long at first and ran it up. I got break even on this. I didn't even take TPs. I wish I did, but it was like 40 points, no TP. Got break even out. And it came back down. It held this 5-minute inversion here. And I was looking very closely for like just starters here, because we already took these lows out. All right. And I don't think we need to really retrace down here anymore because we've already respected the breaker. So add the starters in. The idea was to get more ads if this 1 minute flipped. I would have had probably like 5-10 micros on, and then just target the data highs. So data highs was 2 p.m. highs, bare minimum, and then you just let that trail to see if we can get the next high, which is like the PM session high. Now this is taken. I'm not too leaning bullish anymore. I'm like, you can play both sides now. If price action does want to come back down, hit this area, and hold, I think we move back up. But this is the idea of it. This has been 150 points. We basically captured 130. That's not too much of a difference. What is your daily chart analysis for the rest of the week? It's tough, man. If we get a daily fair value flip here, I'm going to be pretty goddamn bearish. But right now, I think we just be nimble, right? You look at the 4 hour. What do we see in the 4 hour? 4 hour gap here. Low, low, low. This is 3 drive right now. And if we respect this, the 2 4 hour fair value gap above here respected, they respect it. We're just going to be bouncing back, be back and forth here. Until it breaks out, I'm going to be nimble. So, like, if we're heading down here, I'm not going to short here until it flips. I'm not going to long here until it flips. So, like, we just kind of played that angle. That's how I was able to be more bearish or bullish here, because we took the low and we started flipping higher. You can't really short that. It's all about like the right place at the right time and waiting for it. And we have a lot of views here, about 4,000, 500 likes. Let's go. We gotta get another giveaway, chat. Let's do it. We'll do the classic one this time. Giveaway, just if the bot comes after the bot. Dude, is the bot retired? It's being slow. Dude, bot is retired. All right, let's just do it. Like, stream, and comment. All right, let's do it. I'll just type it manually. Just type your username, like the stream. We'll wrap this up here. That's a highlight. Guys, Monday, green. Tuesday, green. Guess what happened today? Wednesday, green. We're on a streak. That's what it is. No other way around it. We are running it up. We're running up slowly but surely. And that's a big contract from what happened April, because April, you know, I had some days, I had a streak, I had a 3-day losing streak. I usually never get that. It's like always, like I always come out, you know, it could be red, green, but like 3 days in a row, I can handle green streaks, but red streaks are very uncommon. And that's what happened. Now we're back on a 3-day win streak. It's just because we're so patient. But how is it possible to get 3 red days in a row when you're being disciplined? It's like, it's so rare, but it happened. And I'm so glad that nothing happened with it. So like you see here, April stats here. Red, red, red. This is like 7,000, 3,000, 10,000. And then green, green, red. And then like you slowly build back up. I feel like this is normal here. When you're getting all these slow wins up, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can disregard like some of the low ones because this is probably break-even day, like 1, 2. That's still like 10 days of green. And then you see a first losing streak, you start panicking a little bit. We gotta trust the process, man. Trust the process. Now we're back on a 3-day win streak. I'll see you. I'll post this TradeZella again for May so far. I just don't want to post it too often because then I get pressured and then it messes with my head. If Brett is still in the chat, I think we're gonna host a dual stream with Brett for Tradeify, you know, Let's see if he gets a. Let's see if he's a trader. We'll do it on Tuesday. Tuesday is CPI. It's gonna be spicy there. But it's gonna wrap it up after this stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That's what's up. I'll give you guys another minute here. Beautiful trade. Beautiful send here. It's like, you think about it, this is like a 5R, but we didn't get that for, so there's still like 4.5R. Playing with micros, like you're able to hold these trades when you're not thinking about like your losses. Because if this hits my loss after 3 micros, that's probably like, I'll just do the calculation here. The 3 micros, is it $2 per contract with micros? 29 points, $174. If it hits my TV, we hit $600-700. Just look for the target here, the first target even. It'll be like $600 already. So guys, trust your process. Even when their stats are going down, like you could have like a red streak, losing streak. That doesn't mean strategy hop. That doesn't mean dip, change anything. You just stick to your model. Some days are just not it. And I'm glad we took the TP out. I don't think I should be holding this anymore. Okay, giveaway winner today for the second one is the Dr. Info. If you are the Dr. Info, say something in chat and then make a giveaway ticket, and we're gonna wrap this up, baby. Closing note, guys. If you guys need any prop deals, we have a platform where we give cash rebates and payout protection. Those are our 2 headlines. Everyone has the same discount. No one has the highest discount. Like this, even me saying this highest discount, every affiliate has the same discount. What we offer is rebates and payout protection. No one else does. Use TradeFi, take profit, fund next features. You get 5% back. So imagine 30% off. Basically, technically, it'd be 35% off with us. Gonna wrap this up, guys. Dr. Info, are you here? Yes, you're here. Make a ticket, make a giveaway ticket, and we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, you guys enjoy that. That's 3 days in a row where we're hitting green streaks. Keep it up. See you guys tomorrow.